Now you mentioned that when you were preparing for this tournament with Stuart and KJ, you'd have them hit certain shots out on the course until they felt really confident about hitting them. How confident was Stuart feeling about hole number 12 in practice? And is his history of that hole a factor at all when he tees it up there in competition?
Oh, well, it's got to be in the back of his mind. I mean, he's had 3 disasters there on that 12th hole, like many people have. But you know, he was in the top 5 a couple of years ago and made 8 on the last day, and then 2 years ago when he was leading, he hit it in the water and made double. And the year before that, I think he was running about 3rd or 4th on the last day and made triple. So, so it's but the shots that he's hit there this year have been perfect. He hit a perfect shot today, an 8-iron. He had 145 metres to the flag. You know, it looked just a beautiful shot straight at the flag. But the wind just turns around. It funnels down 13 and funnels down 11, and it's a bit of a lottery really. And anyway, he airmailed the green and ended up making bogey, but he couldn't have been happier with the shot he hit. 5 seconds before, 5 seconds after, the ball could have ballooned up and ended up in the front of the green and probably brought the water into play. So there's a lot of luck there. I think that played the hardest hole today.
Steve, we've seen some pretty incredible scoring over the first couple of days, especially compared to the last few years at Augusta. How do the players generally feel about the way the course is set up this week, and what's your opinion?
They've definitely set it up to score the first couple of days. It was very windy today and very fluky, particularly this afternoon, because the wind was it was gusting up. There was threat of a storm coming in, and then it had stopped, and then it had changed direction, and it was tough today. But excuse me, the greens were quite receptive. They were receptive to well-struck iron shots. And you know, as I mentioned, I think yesterday, they've left some grass around the green, so where the ball's been feeding it off 10, 15 yards away and leaving very, very difficult chip shots, it's actually staying on the bank. I saw 3 guys today in KJ's group. We played with Kenny Perry, and they all spun the ball up the front of the 3rd green, and normally that would run all the way to the bottom of the hill, and all 3 shots stayed on the bank.
Steve, on your website, puregolftraining.com, you talk about red, yellow, and green light shots in terms of strategy. Now, Stuart starts the weekend 10 shots behind. Are we going to see a lot of aggressive play from him over the next couple of days?
Look, I think what Stuart needs to do is make the same number of birdies that he's been making. He's made 9 birdies in the last 2 days, but he's made 10 bogeys. I think he's got to find a way to eliminate the bogeys more than make more birdies. He's picked the wrong club a few times and hit a few poor shots, but Augusta's not a golf course. Well, I shouldn't say that. Anthony Kim made 11 birdies today, which is a record. He's gone out there, you know, all guns blazing after shooting 3 over the first round and got away with it. I mean, he hit a shot on the 15th hole yesterday out of the trees, pine straw, hit this raking hook over the water. I mean, that's the way Anthony plays. That's not Stuart's nature. He'll go out and try and strategically put the ball in position to set up birdies and hopefully make 4 or 5 birdies, but eliminate the bogeys.
On a different note, Gary Player ended his playing career at the Masters today, and some suspect it might be also Greg Norman's last Masters. Player was a pioneer in golf fitness, while Norman looks fitter than many people half his age. How important is the example these 2 men set for people of all ages looking to succeed in both golf and in the business world?
Well, for both of them in golf and the business world, they've been absolute leaders and pioneers, particularly with the fitness side of their preparation for their golf game. I mean, Gary Player was renowned for it in an era when people considered that training for golf could damage your golf swing and damage your feel. You know, Greg, he's just a fantastic athlete. He just looks fabulous for his age. He looked fabulous for somebody 25 years younger. These guys are just so dedicated and focused on their craft, and they've just been pioneers and an inspiration to a lot of people.
And finally, what's the routine going to be tonight in preparation for tomorrow?
Nothing too fancy tonight. We're having leftovers from last night's barbecue and a couple of Coronas. I don't think Stuart's going to open another bottle of that good Australian red tonight.
Okay. Well, Steve, thanks for talking to us once again, and we wish Stuart and yourself the best of luck for the weekend.
Well, hopefully tomorrow we've got 60-something to talk about.
Look forward